And good morning, people. Welcome back to Star Ocean. Till the end of time. Last time, we made it to the first save point in Kaddan. There's actually not that many of them. This one and one at the end. Just a little disclaimer before I begin though, this is a re-record. So what happens in this part is not at all what will be carried through to the part after this. I went to sort out the part and it had disappeared, so yeah, I'm going to try and recreate as much as possible, but there might be there will be a bit of discrepancy with totals at the end of my episode here to the beginning of the next one. Anyways, let's go through here and see what's happening. This is not one of the statues. This is an upgraded version. This is the boss version. The Crystal Cerberus.
Let's take it. This is
Completely resistant to everything. We cannot hit it. It is completely impervious to our weapons. We need another way to beat this thing. So, let's escape.
Let's get out of here for now.
Hey, let's split.
There we go. It's got some sort of protective force placed on it, and we need a charm to break through it. We do actually have part of that charm available already. We've been collecting it from the littler statues, the crystal statues. Saint Stones. I've got 2. Let's see if I can go and make something out of it somewhere. Because I do have this way to go. Also, so let's fight some Vendini soldiers.
You're wasting my time.
Whatever.
These are actually pretty simple. They're long range only, but they do have a couple of short range attacks. And they're not long range. They're majority long range only, but have a few short range attacks. They stun quite often, and so you might get stopped in the middle of your fight. The best thing to do with these is freeze them. Or another way, which I'm just about to show after this. They are very low on health, so you don't really need to worry about them. Oh, where is it? Ah. Battle. Whirlwind. This is how I like to take these out. They like to bunch up together, generally, and you can usually hit them quite a bit with Whirlwind. Just run next to them, and you can do quite a bit of damage. These ones haven't decided to stay together much, but the only problem I do have with these is when they like to fall down on the first hit. Usually because they're already staggered, but generally you don't need to worry too much. And some mages.
Too late for regrets.
And they're gone. Silly sword soldiers didn't want to let me get off my combo. Anyways, there's a door here. We cannot actually go through. It's locked and we can't open it. And we've got a room. There's not much around. Oh, earthquake, earthquake, earthquake. I need to get a... Yeah, it makes ceiling for collapsing. You can get hit by those and you will be put back to the start anyway. So, usually just best to ignore it and go there anyway and avoid them. It did, however, open up this. And there we go. And stuff has gone to sell. I'm not going to go onto that because mostly it's going to be different from the next part. Anyways, what do we have here? We have a very strange place. Compounding elixirs and another Saint Stones. That's free. And there's that door we couldn't go through before. Now, as you know, probably by a lot of games, 3 is the magic number. A workshop. And using the 3 Saint Stones, I can make the Saint's Amulet. And you can also do inventing here if you really, really want to. Let me at least show you the talent levels of Adre and Maria, because I haven't shown that yet. Adre is good at cooking, smithing, and a bit of synthesis and writing, but pretty much abominable anywhere else. And Maria is quite good everywhere, apart from smithing and crafting. So she's a nice accessory to some people's work. Anyways, I need to go back to the Crystal Cerberus, so I'm going to avoid all these. I do believe, yep, we've got that there. Yeah, I do believe I need to show this now. And through we go, because 5 chests, blackberries, which I can't actually use, compounding elixirs, heavy armour, which is actually not any better than the ones I've got, cooking ingredients, and the final one, the shabby textbook. Yeah, I've got 4 heavy armour already, I don't need another one. Shabby textbook. Learn 2-way AAA anti-attack aura. What it is when you block, it emits 2 auras away from you, both which have a chance to stun your enemy with a 70% probability, or any enemy around you. Generally, I find that the standard is better. The stun is guaranteed, for one, instead of having the probability, so it will stun any enemy that is not immune. And it will also aim for the one that's attacked you. This one, the 2-way, does not generally do that. So standard or homing at the moment are my 2 preferred options. I don't think I have ever used the 2-way successfully yet, so anyways, Crystal Cerberus time. We should be able to hurt it now. Since we've got the Saint's Amulet in our possession. I do believe its stats have changed slightly. Resistant to Earth. No, it's still resistant to everything. And yeah, don't bother doing any elemental attacks because it's strong against everything. Which is a bad thing because I brought a whirlwind which will do absolutely nothing to it. So this is just quite a long battle because it takes no damage. And I don't really have the best people. Let's get some healing done. Cliff is probably the best bet for doing any damage in this fight. But even his what's it? Oh, his fist, Fist of Fury, which he is not using for some reason. I don't know why. Mostly because this happens. He actually doesn't get stunned by it. That might be the issue. So I might as well just keep going through it and hopefully... Come on, just hit him, hit him, hit him. I believe in my original one I had Fate come along, so it took a bit less time than this. But, oh well. There we go. Because Fate isn't limited to elemental damage like Nell is at this moment in time. But that's out of the way. We don't actually have to deal with another one of them ever again. So, anyways, on to the next part. As we're on to the second official screen of the area, this is generally when I start to 100% the place, but I did in the original, but I'm not going to here save you the watching me press my face up against a wall for once. So we'll just continue on and fight enemies. Do believe nothing's changed, so I'll be right back.
A more worthy opponent.
And that's how you do it.
I'll be doing this till I'm in my grave.
Trey has learned a new skill, which is actually quite important. Oh, symbology, that's it. He has learnt Restoration. Resurrects an incapacitated party member. I don't really need to tell you how important that spell is going to be in the future, because I am going to go down. Anyways, there's that set of enemies there, but let's avoid it. Can't be bothered today. And we've also got a locked door. And more enemies. I don't believe, even though I get levels, I don't believe anyone else learns any skills between the next thing. So I might just avoid all enemies that I can. yeah, I think I'm going to avoid enemies, and when I get back to my proper recording, I will show anything that I did miss. So let's avoid enemies and just get to where I'm crouching up. And yes, axe flying armors have reappeared in the game. At this thing, they are pathetically weak. This room has a number of statues. 3 different types. They are not important, but they are a part of something that we'll find later on in the game. And some bronze brutes which are in the way. Yep, 2 of those, and I can say for a surety that that went much smoother than my first playthrough of it. My first attempt at it. It was... my first one was pathetically bad. Anyways. A trap that has been triggered. And yeah, luckily we don't have to deal with it. And another big room. Some blueberries. I believe this one's blackberries. No, aquaberries. Oh. There's the blackberries. And some cooking ingredients. And nothing else apart from 5 open chests. You might think there's no way I can go then. Well, what you have to do is examine the big chest. And that was an earthquake. Yeah, they're sort of wrecking the place, aren't they? What that did though is open up this. And we can go through. What we have in here is another triggered trap room. You can get hit by these platforms though, still, so don't think the trap is disarmed. As you can see, hit and back at the start, so just avoid them. What we want is this in here, the Orb of Foe Finding. What this item does is widens enemy detection range on the minimap. So basically it tells you any enemy that is in the same room as you. And also a tantalising chest that we can't actually get to. We will need to come back and get that at some point. There is a door over there, but we can't go through it, so it doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, I need to go and fight these bronze brutes again. Yep, still 2 of them. Ah, they're dead. Sidekick spam for the win. And let's avoid you. Because that earthquake not only opened that up, it also opened this over here. So we can now go through this little gap here. And some more Vendini soldiers. And 3 open chests and a chest that's closed, which is pretty much obviously a trap. And that's dead. Well, let's trigger the trap. Yep, it exploded on us. There's no reason for me to open that chest, but I just did. Anyways, through here, and I believe we want to go through here next, because behind this is, as you can see down the bottom of the screen, a chest hidden behind this trap, which has been disarmed forcefully. Despite the fact that we are actually we are trying to catch up with the Vendini, we are sort of relying on them to see the traps for us at the moment, aren't we? Anyways, I don't believe this room has anything but this enemy. Let's see. No, nothing in this room whatsoever. And this is a door that we can't actually go through. On the other side there is a lever that is supposed to open that door, but it is broken, so we can't actually go that way. So what I came this way for was absolutely nothing. Oh dear. I could go and see that. Oh, let's do it.
Preparedness now.
Replica gun, antidote, and discordant dessert. Actually, that's exactly the same as it was the last time. Replica gun, basically a fake gun, does 0 damage. Antidote, I might want to pick those up. I believe they do a bit of healing as well as cure poison. And discordant dessert, which is absolutely terrible, you should not be eating it, do not get it. Anyways, on to this part. This is basically a very long corridor. Nothing else apart from that. Yep, everything's here instead. And I do believe that this is where I finish the part. So yeah. Everything then, most things when I come back will be different. Including my, likely my team, my levels might be different. I believe Cliff has already been leveled up. I don't believe he learnt anything in that level. And I believe Maria might be closer to level than she is. Either that or Adre's still in. Don't know for sure, because I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But anyways, this is my re-record of this part, and next time we will continue through that door and see where it leads. So until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun, goodbye.